There's a belief that sounds so logical that almost nobody questions it. If you want to stay strong as you get older, you just need more protein. Eggs in the morning, chicken during the day, maybe yogurt or cheese in the evening. And for many years, that approach made sense. It worked. People felt stronger, more stable, more capable. But something changes after 75. And this is the part that most people are never told. Your body still needs protein, but it no longer responds to it the same way. You can eat the same foods, follow the same routine, and still feel like your strength is slowly slipping away. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but gradually, month after month. Now think about this carefully. Have you noticed that certain things feel slightly harder than they used to? Standing up from a chair, walking a bit longer than usual, carrying something that once felt easy. It's not always about effort, it's about response. Your body is not responding to your routine the same way it once did. And that's where the real issue begins. Because after 75, something called muscle response sensitivity begins to change. Your muscle cells need a stronger signal to activate, a stronger reason to grow, a stronger reason to maintain themselves. And if that signal is not strong enough, your body slowly shifts into maintenance mode. Not growth, not rebuilding, just holding on. And over time, even that becomes harder. Now here's the key idea. The solution is not just more protein, it's better signaling, better support, better internal conditions. And this is where most people completely miss the opportunity, because there are certain foods, simple, everyday foods, that help your body respond better, not by replacing what you eat, but by helping your body actually use it, helping your muscles hear the signal again, helping your system work more efficiently. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about. Let's start with something that most people have never even considered: jackfruit. At first glance, it doesn't look like something connected to strength or stability. It's large, unfamiliar, and often ignored. But here's what makes it important. It supports the environment your muscles need to function. Now let's slow this down. Your muscles don't just need nutrients. They need access to those nutrients. They need circulation. They need proper signaling. And they need balance. When those things are slightly off, your body becomes less efficient. Now imagine this. You eat a good meal. You include protein. You think you're doing everything right, but your body only uses part of it effectively. The rest, it doesn't contribute the way you expect. That's what begins to happen more often after 75, and that's why support matters. Now here's where jackfruit comes in. It helps create a more supportive internal environment, helping your system process nutrients more effectively, helping your muscles respond more clearly. And over time, this leads to something very practical. You feel more stable. You feel more capable. Your movements feel more controlled. Now here's something important. This is not about one serving. It's not about one day. It's about patterns, because your body responds to patterns, not one-time actions. Now let's move to something much more familiar, but often misunderstood: guava. It looks simple, almost too simple to matter. But this is where many people make a mistake. They underestimate the role of internal balance. Now let's talk about something that builds quietly over time: low-level internal stress. Not something you feel immediately, but something that affects how your body functions, how it recovers, how it maintains strength. Now imagine this. Your body is trying to rebuild, trying to maintain muscle, trying to stay stable, but at the same time, it's dealing with small internal disruptions. That slows everything down. Now here's where guava becomes important. It supports balance, helping your system work more smoothly, helping reduce that background strain. And when that strain is reduced, your body becomes more efficient. Now here's what that means in real life. You feel less fatigued. Your movements feel more natural. Your body responds better to activity, even small activity. And that's what matters. Because after 75, small improvements make a big difference. Now let's go deeper, because the next one affects something even more fundamental. Dried mulberries. Most people have never even tried them, but they support something critical: energy production at the cellular level. Now think about your energy throughout the day. Does it feel steady or does it come and go? Do you feel strong in the morning, but slower later on? That's not random. That's your body adjusting to how efficiently it produces energy. Now here's the key. Your muscles depend on that energy. Without it, everything feels harder. Now here's where mulberries help. They support that internal energy process, helping your system produce energy more consistently, helping your muscles function with less strain. Now imagine what that means. More endurance, more stability, less hesitation in movement, more confidence. And confidence matters more than most people realize, because confidence changes behavior, and behavior affects everything. Now let's move to something that surprises almost everyone: avocado. Most people don't associate it with strength, but it plays a deeper role. Now let's talk about your muscle cells. Each one is surrounded by a layer that controls how nutrients enter, how signals are received, how the cell functions. Over time, that layer becomes less responsive, less flexible, and that changes everything, because even if you're eating well, your body may not be using it efficiently. Now here's where avocado becomes important. It supports that structure, helping your cells remain more responsive, helping nutrients move where they need to go, helping your system function more smoothly. And when that happens, your body begins to respond again. Now imagine this: the same food, the same routine, but a better response. That's the difference. Now let's move to the most important part: dried apricots. Simple, familiar, but often overlooked. Now let's talk about recovery, because this is where everything comes together. Your body is constantly repairing, rebuilding, maintaining. But after 75, that process slows down. Not because your body stops working, but because it needs more support. Now imagine this. You give your body what it needs, and it actually responds. Not dramatically, but consistently. Now things begin to feel different. Standing up feels easier. Walking feels more stable. Your body feels more responsive. That's real change. Not overnight, but over time. Now here's the most important idea. You don't need to change everything. You don't need a complicated system. You just need awareness and consistency, because consistency is what creates results. Now take a moment. Which of these feels easiest to start? Start there. That's enough, because small changes, repeated over time, create real results. If this helped you, share it with someone close to you, because many people are doing everything right, but missing this one piece. Take care of your strength, because your strength supports your independence. And often, the smallest habits make the biggest difference.